United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilman Hutchins, please.
Father, we thank you for this day. We just ask you to give us wisdom tonight as we conduct the business of the city and just be with each and every person here. And we just praise you and thank you. And I ask this all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Davis.
Present.
Councilmember Hutchins.
Present.
Candia. Mayor Pro Tem Martina.
Present.
Mayor Keaton.
Present. Okay. Out of closed session, staff and legal counsel were given direction by council. There's no other reportable action. I will go to item 5, declaration of conflicts of interest. Seeing none, we'll go to item 6, ceremonial matters, and I don't believe we have any. Item 7 is items from the public, non-agenda items. Any member of the public wish to address council, now is the time to do it. Don't everybody run at once. Okay, seeing none, we'll go to item 8, consent calendar. A is waive all readings of ordinances except by resolutions, except by title. Approval of the warrants. C, approval of the minutes of the June 25, 2013 meeting. D is adopt resolution 2013 next in number, resolution approving DeHoyer Road Safe Routes to School Cycle 10 project as complete, authorizing Ed Caton as mayor and Michael E. Holland as city clerk to record a notice of completion. Council direction.
I make a motion we approve the consent calendar as read.
I second that motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 9, public hearing. A is adopt resolution number 2013, next in number, a resolution declaring the existence of a public nuisance under ordinance number 95-4. Chief?
Evening, Mayor, council members. Before you tonight is another property nuisance abatement. The abatement notices were sent out with accordance with ordinance 95-4, chapter 2, titled 8-2-3. This informs property owners of their right to a public hearing, which would be tonight, if their properties are not cleaned in a timely manner. Before you tonight, we have one address, which is 1254 T Street. We have 2 pictures for you. Weeds throughout. I'll bring it back to the staff for any questions.
Before I open public hearing, any questions or comments?
I'll get
Seeing
mine
none,
afterwards.
open the public hearing. Any member of the public wish to address the council? Seeing none, close public hearing, bring it back to council.
Just one quick question, Chief. This looks tinder dry, and I've noticed that there's an old wooden building in the back here, and with the amount of fires that we're having throughout the state right now, how quickly could we get this done?
That would be, lately we have to go out to bid, so it's going to take a couple days on this one.
Even if it's a public safety issue?
Well, we can get it cleaned up, it's just a matter of having the staff to clean it up.
As dry as that looks right now, it's a little bit,
I think it should be done now.
And it can be, it's just a matter of getting the people to come in and do it. It's under their time. We're going out to Joe's Landscaping and West Side now for bids, so it's just a matter of when they can get in there and do it.
I guess that's my question. If it's a public safety issue, do we have to go out to bid? I know
It's
Tom's not here.
It's not a bid per se. I mean, we have the authorization to go and clean it up now. It's just the limited staff that Public Works has. They're not going to go in at this point and clean them up. So we're using other people, which would be Joe's Landscaping, who we used to have a contract with, but we no longer have a contract with them. So it's just a matter of getting their people in line. So we don't really have to go out to bid. We just have to get their people in line to get in there and do it.
Council member, it's more, I think what the chief's trying to say is more of a scheduling, trying to make sure that our contractor has the available time to get in here and do that. And what we'll do is we'll impress upon them that our council thinks this is a public safety hazard and try to expedite them to rearrange their schedule for us.
Any other questions or comments? Council direction.
I so move that we adopt resolution number 2013, next number, declaring the existence of a public nuisance under ordinance number 95-4.
I'll second that motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Item 10A, report on 2013 Newman Fall Festival. And short.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, council members. Tonight before you is a report on the 2013 Fall Festival. Staff has been working with the Fall Festival Committee and right now they are in the intermediate stages of planning this year's event. Any subsequent changes will come out at future meetings, and I'll report those to you when they arise. Routine street closures that we have for this event will be R Street for the carnival. This will be closed between Fresno and Tulare Streets from Wednesday the 28th at 5 a.m. to Monday, September 2nd at noon. Fresno Street will be closed between R and Q from Saturday the 31st of August at 5 a.m. through Monday, September 2nd at 12 a.m. midnight. Tulare Street will be closed between R and Q from Sunday, September 1st, 7 to 7 for the car show. And then the Fall Festival parade route closures will be 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday, September 1st. And that route will be Mariposa Street, and it'll come down to Main to Fresno, and back up to the park. Scheduled events for this year that may have a potential impact will be the fashion show, which has a tentative date of Sunday, August 25th at the Westside Theater. The Miss Newman contest has a tentative scheduled date of Thursday, August 29th at the Westside Theater. The Bailey's Legacy Fun Run has a tentative start date of 8 a.m. on Saturday, August 31st. There'll be a 1 mile and a 5K run that will traverse the west side of the city. Attachment 2 will show you the routes for that. Volunteers will staff that to assist with traffic concerns. The Evening Under the Stars event, formerly known as the Wine and Cheese, has a scheduled date of August 30th in the Plaza. Concerning the Evening Under the Stars event in the Plaza, they are asking for waivers for the day of operation, the hour of operation, the music hours of operation, a waiver of the cleanup deposit, a waiver of Ordinance 9-1-021, drinking in public for the event time frame, and to waive the electrical and restroom fees. All other downtown event standards will apply. Fall Festival organizers will have that event screened with security fencing with privacy covering on it so that people cannot see in. They will have security there to staff the entrance and exit. Fall Festival Committee has secured their $3 million insurance and liability policy with the city named as an additional insured. The organizing committee is requesting city services for assistance in the park as they have in past years. There's no other changes in this area as it's standard, the requests that they have had. Other requests not covered are to waive the business license fees for vendors in the park, exclusive use of the city park, waive the permit to have alcohol in the park, and authorize the use of the entire city park as a beer garden. The police department has been working with Fall Festival Committee to assess police coverages for this year. Previous security issues have been intoxicated subjects and juvenile altercations in the park. Fall Festival Committee will retain private security to cover the park as well. The police department will fully staff the park with all available personnel this year, and it is staff's recommendation that all costs be invoiced to the Fall Festival Committee. And I'll be happy to answer any further questions that you have.
Any questions of Lieutenant Short? Julie, you have anything to add? Council direction?
I make a motion that we approve the report on 2013 Newman Fall Festival.
I second that motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Good luck. Okay, we're going to remove item B from the regular business and move on to item C, adopt resolution 2013, next to number, a resolution awarding the bid of a modular office building to Pacific Mobile Structures. Gardner.
Thank you, Mayor. As you stated, tonight before you is the item, consider awarding a bid for a modular office building to Pacific Modular Structures Incorporated. The Public Works Department Corporation Yard is a work site for approximately 10 to 15 employees, including women. The current building is approximately 70 years old and they need a renovation. The existing building is not ADA compliant, nor does it have women's and men's facilities that are separated, or a shower facility. The existing lunchroom shown here, it basically consists of a table that everybody gets to utilize at one time, and a few other minor facilities here, the chalkboard. The door back here in the back, that is our tool room and then the lunchroom kind of wraps around a little bit around the corner, and there's a little kitchenette right here. There's a little better view of the kitchenette. The door back in the back over here, that is the only bathroom. It's a unisex bathroom for the facility. And then around the corner by this printer is a workstation. In addition to that, there is one small office that houses the Public Works Superintendent. And so, therefore, we feel it's probably a need to upgrade and renovate this facility. In the next few slides, I did provide you 11 by 17 handout to kind of get a better view of it, because sometimes they're kind of hard to see on the screen. In this slide, you'll see this is the existing floor plan that's proposed, that kind of shows the facility. This is the workroom that I was talking, the tool room that I was talking about. The unisex bathroom is shown here with a little kitchenette. Across from that is little workstations we have set up with one or two computers now. The small office area I just showed you, and the remaining area here is basically the rest of the lunchroom for the staff. Let me back up. The yellow walls shown here, those are the areas we propose on removing. Basically what we're proposing is to gut the entire facility to provide for handicap restrooms, and I'll talk about that here in the near future. We are proposing to take this tool room shown here and relocate it into the garage area. Currently that tool room does house chainsaws and items that have fuel in them and stuff. We want to get that out of our lunchrooms. In this drawing here, this is the proposed floor plan that we proposed for the renovation of the facility. There is a shower shown over here in the corner where the previous bathroom was. In addition to that, there's a women's bathroom that is ADA compliant, a men's bathroom that is ADA compliant, and Mr. Candia is not here, but I was showing that we are providing a urinal this time, since that is his interest. In addition to that, we have a small kitchenette that we're looking at relocating over to this area, with the remaining of this being the entire lunchroom. What you'll notice is that wall I was talking about where the small office is located right in this area that's the existing room for the Public Works Superintendent's office. We're suggesting that be removed and allow for the complete area to be a lunchroom with the workstation be relocated just to this small section over here. In order to continue to provide an office and a lunchroom and a bathroom during the remodel, staff is recommending the purchase of a modular building to act as a temporary facility during construction. Once remodel is complete, we are also proposing that this continue to be used as an office for the Public Works Superintendent and as a training and conference room for them. This slide here kind of shows you the proposed site plan that we would look at. This is the existing building I was just showing, and just to the north of that, we're proposing this modular building at this location. It's an approximate location. Once we get it on site, then we would have a better idea exactly where that's going to sit. The proposed modular building is a 2005 model. It's a used building. It is approximately 12 feet wide, 32 feet long, with an office on the one end. This office is located adjacent to the proposed, or the existing renovation building, an ADA bathroom and a small lunchroom, which would be a future conference room at a future date. In addition to that, it would be a handicap ramp, so we'd have full ADA access during remodel, including the ADA bathroom. Down below on this slide, you'll notice that there is the elevation of that proposed building. Here are a few photos. We have made a site visit out to the building and checked it out. It is in very good shape, new paint inside and out. This is the rear view. We could not get a good front view of showing the access to the front of the building. This is the main door, and on the bottom slide here, this is the office that we'd use for our Public Works Superintendent, and then this is the bathroom, and we're standing in the lunchroom / conference room looking in that direction. The city advertised for bids for approximately 3 weeks. Received bids were read. A total of 1 bid was submitted for this project. We did follow proper bidding procedures, but we even contacted a few more to try to get more bids. There just wasn't a lot of these buildings out there, and this was the only facility nearby that was proposing on the project. Lowest responsible bidder has been determined to be Pacific Modular Structures Incorporated, with a total bid amount of $33,193.58. And this also includes the purchase of the building, the delivery of it, the foundation and setup, the ramp, tie downs, and skirting of the facility. At that point, all we really need to do is hook up the water, sewer, and electrical, and all of this will be done through building permits to make sure we're in compliance. Purchase of the building is included in the fiscal year 2012, 2013, and 13-14 budget. This is a water and sewer operations fund and a capital repair and replacement fund expenditure, not a general fund expense. Therefore, staff recommends City Council adopt a resolution awarding a modular building purchase to Pacific Modular Structures Incorporated for $33,193.58. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Questions, comments, Garner? Well, it's probably long overdue,
Yes, it is.
so I certainly think it's a wise decision. So, council direction?
I move that we adopt resolution number 2013, next in number, a resolution awarding the bid of a modular office building to Pacific Mobile Structures, Inc.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Okay. Skip item 11, go right to item 12, items from city manager.
Mayor, first, Supervisor DeMartini expressed his regret. He was unable to make it tonight. He's at a Stan Sarah conference. So he wanted the council to know this was the second in a row, and he's not trying to ditch out. Unfortunately, he's committed and out of town. From myself, I just have two quick things. Just wanted to remind everybody, prior to our next meeting, there will be a car show, the Comforting Kids Car Show, and that'll be in Pioneer Park. And that'll be on July 21st. Starts at 9 a.m. Also, this will be afterwards, but just to remind people, we do have another outdoor movie coming up in July, and that'll be The Lion King. And this starts, at dusk, probably about the 8:15 hour, and that'll be on Saturday, July 27th. And the only other item I wanted to let you know that the Rec Commission will be meeting this month to discuss the organized sports use of our recreational facilities. Specifically, you probably remember it's when the soccer groups are coming in, but we have more than just soccer groups, so we really just trying to take this opportunity to look at all organized team sports, whether it's a travel soccer or travel softball or whatever other facilities that we have. So that discussion will begin at the Planning Commission level this month. So if you have any questions, you can contact me or our rec director, Ms. House, and she's more than happy to discuss it with you. So with that, that's all I had.
Any questions, comments, Michael?
Michael, I just
I'm
did.
sorry.
I'm sorry, Bob, go ahead.
Go ahead, Bob.
Oh, I just wondered, what's the movie?
Excuse me?
What's the movie?
Oh, The Lion King.
The Lion King.
The
Thank
Lion
you.
King.
Thank you.
Don?
This past, my mind's going. Either this past weekend or weekend before that, I know they had a softball tournament over at the park, one by the high school. And one of the things that I noticed over there was that there were fifth wheels and travel trailers parked in that lot right next to the Louis Newman. And I was wondering, is that authorized, or do we have any idea who was doing it? Or it was just kind of, I just drove by there and saw that and I'm going, oh, that's kind of strange.
Yeah, the local Youth Baseball and Softball Association hosts both softball and baseball tournaments. In the past, I don't recall people bringing in fifth wheels and doing that. We'll talk to them about that in the future, maybe find a better location for that.
Well,
Especially if it's going to be, Louis J. at times is rented, so.
Well, and it's on city property, and anything happens to there, then it's city liability, so that's just one of the reasons I was wondering about that.
Yeah, we'll address that with them during our debrief.
Any other questions or comments? Garner, are you going to talk about Canal School Road in your report? Okay. All right, we'll go to staff. Chief?
I only have one quick thing tonight. It's the Junior Police Academy is going on this week. So we have, I believe, 9 young students in there learning different aspects of law enforcement. Today they got a canine demo. Tomorrow, I want to say maybe the bomb squad is coming and physical fitness. So Monday they did latent fingerprints and learned how to process crime scenes. Pretty interesting for these young kids. This is their second year of doing it, and this is the basic course, and we'll do an advanced course later in the summer.
Excellent. Any questions or comments for Chief? Stephanie?
Hi, trying to get out of the sun here. Just wanted to mention that at a previous council meeting, I had talked about we were starting the environmental process for a home project at the Valley Manor apartment complex. given some unknown home regulations, we've decided to transfer to the Merced Street Apartments instead. They're also in need of some rehabilitation, so we feel that it'll be a good fit. They've got some really old AC systems and some old windows that we should be able to replace with the home funding. So we're looking forward to getting that project committed and spent. The next item is this month, we will be having a planning commission meeting to review a conditional use permit and variance request for a preschool daycare facility on N Street. So just wanted to let the council know about that. And also on August 6th, this is a bit early, we're going to be holding the fiscal year 12-13 community meeting for the CDBG CAPER, which is an annual review of the projects we completed the year prior. So just wanted to let the public be aware of that meeting. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Oh, anything else going on with Dollar General?
My understanding is that, I think Garner could elaborate, that the civil plans are almost wrapped up, and I just received the PFF calculation request today to submit to the county. So they should be pretty much starting to break ground pretty soon, I'd
I
say.
think they're still waiting on final approval from Caltrans, but that's correct.
Good. Okay. Lou?
Well, it's audit season again. Our fiscal year just ended. We've already begun sending off data to the auditors for testing. They'll be out here on the 18th and 19th to do their two-day pop quiz, where they have us pull random data and test it out, make sure it's all reconciling. Their audit will continue until it's such time that they present the financial report to the council, which is usually sometime in December.
Great.
That's it.
Thanks. Garner?
Couple of quick items. One of them will be Canal School, but first, the skate plaza that Stephanie House has been working on with the local youth. We are currently out to bid for design services on that, with proposals coming in July 25th, and that'll be at a future council item, probably the first or second meeting in August, to bring forth a design firm to help us get to the design phase of that. In addition, I believe that I know they did, submitted for a Tony Hawk grant for approximately up to $25,000. I think that was submitted last Friday. So they're moving that process along. The kids are getting very excited about that. I should say kids, youth, young adults in town. Canal School Road, quick update on that. We're moving along quickly on that, actually. We've got the striping completed out there. We put the edge stripe in, freshened up the center line, got that completed. I have been in contact with Merced County. We're trying to coordinate schedules this week to get in and put in the rumble strips that the mayor brought up, which is a great idea. At the same time, we're going to go in and install the oversized sign that says 45 mile an hour ahead, and at the one at Canal School Road and Inyo, we're going to upsize that one to a 45 mile an hour to get those done at the exact same time that they put the rumble buttons in, and then we'll come back and add on the flashing beacon onto the 45 mile an hour sign. We hope to have at least the rumble strips and those two signs installed this week. It'll take, they said, a couple hours for them to install the rumble buttons. In addition to that, I've tried to make contact twice now with PG&E. They're just having some scheduling issues about figuring out what we have to do for power for a street light at that intersection. So we're moving along fairly quickly. It's July 9th, and we're probably 3/4 of the way there, except for the street light.
Yeah. I just have to say, when we met with Merced County Supervisor Deidre Kelsey and their Public Works Director, Dana, Garner and Michael and myself met with them. Without hesitation, they said yes, they would do this project. I mean, without hesitation. They absorb the cost, they do the installation. So it was really gratifying. I mean, that Merced County is willing to work with us and take the lead and get those rumble strips in and absorb those costs. So, and offer any other help they could do for us. So I thought it was pretty nice of them. That's something they did not have to do, but they stepped right up to the plate and they did and did it. So
Much appreciated.
So hopefully we get a letter of thanks off to them. It'd be nice, Deidre and Dana, for their contribution. And hopefully that's going to be a step in the right direction to help resolve part of that issue out there. And now, as I was thinking about today, as I drove off to work, they have done Hills Ferry Road. I just wonder if Stanislaus County would be so kind to put some rumble strips in coming into our city.
I can make that contact.
Yeah.
Coming southbound.
I'm coming in off Hills Ferry Road into town.
Okay.
I think if we just show them that Merced County stepped up to the plate, maybe our own county would as well.
Sure. I'll keep you posted on that.
Thanks. Any other questions or comments from staff? Bob, anything?
I have nothing to add, Mayor.
Don? anything?
Nothing.
I have nothing.
Roberta? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? We're out of here.